Hello, hello, my dear Starknet friends. Here we come again from Singapore. We are actually at the Starknet meetup organized by our friends from Starknet Asia. And I ran into my friend Niels from Vesu, a very good lending protocol building on Starknet. They released their mainnet 2 months ago, more or less, and they already having quite a considerable total value locked figure, and their users love it. So I wanted to know a bit more about Vesu. What is it? What is your vision, and what kind of development state are you in at the moment?
Yeah, sure. Happy to be here, and it's always good to run to people, that we know in whatever place of the world, right? Yeah, Vesu, as you said, right, we've been live since about 8 weeks, mid-July. The idea of Vesu is and has always been to actually create a lending market that's innovative. So it's not just a fork of some concept that we know from somewhere else, but it adds new innovative features that is secure. We invest a lot in security, with audits, with monitoring. And then the third one being UX. Why we came to Starknet originally, one reason why we came to Starknet is we've been building on Ethereum mainnet before, and as we all know, it has its limitations in terms of what you can build, in terms of UX. And we wanted to build something financial that comes closer to the fintech experience, the fintech banks, right? So a simple little app, where I have an account, I can make payments, I earn interest, and that's what brought us to Starknet, a native account abstraction, and what we've seen in terms of the developments around scalability these recent weeks and months. We see now that we can really actually get to a point where we can build a great UX, but still we leverage the decentralization and the security of Ethereum. And so that's our focus. Our focus is to build the best lending product on Starknet. And I'm here, to get feedback from people, from everyone.
Absolutely. And yeah, I've played a bit with it, provided some liquidity, and the UX is pretty good. And I wanted to know, you mentioned that you value a lot like an original approach to lending, to DeFi. So I wanted to know what makes Vesu different from other lending protocols.
Sure. So it starts with Vesu is a fully open and permissionless protocol. It's pure neutral technology. Yes, we have implemented that technology at some point, but we don't play any role in the protocol. That means there is no governance. We can't stop anyone from doing all the things that you can do on Vesu. Okay. Usually on lending markets, you have governance that take care of which asset should be onboarded, that you can then borrow against. On Vesu, it's all open and permissionless. And that also means because there is no governance, we cannot interfere with the system. It means we had to find other ways to actually make those markets and the pricing in the markets efficient. So we have a dynamic adaptive interest rate model, which adjusts kind of depending on the utilization in those markets. And so we don't play a role in the protocol.
I see, very good. So you're planning also to decentralize the governance as soon as possible, or there
is no governance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There is no governance, and so there is no need for someone to.
So it's run by an algorithm, basically.
It's pure algorithms. Yes,
that's cool.
But of course, there is a roadmap associated with the protocol.
Sure.
And building out this roadmap requires resources and coordination. And there is definitely, a place for governance on the roadmap and on the future development.
On the community initiatives and stuff like that, for sure. Absolutely. And talking a bit about the future developments, future plans, we were chatting a bit about the upcoming Argent card, which is gonna be a game changer. So Do you think Vesu could be integrated on on the card, and you would be able to play with your Vesu's interest as well, maybe spending it?
Yeah, I said it before, right? Our vision is that we together with partners, right?
Okay.
That we as, let's say, a community build apps that resemble a lot kind of the fintech banks, but don't require the bank in the background.
Permissionless, yeah.
Permissionless apps. And so, yes, you mentioned Argent, which is really a cool wallet, great UX already, with social recovery and everything. It really doesn't add those barriers that we saw initially in crypto to onboard users, right? Argent card, so you can then spend actually your crypto just like if you had your fintech card, right?
Exactly.
And so, yeah, the last missing piece is now I have my account, I have my card. I also want to earn interest, right? And so I should earn interest on that.
On the money you don't spend.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's definitely something we are exploring, I would say. But it's also another roadmap that we have under control. It means collaboration with other teams.
Very nice. And what about community-driven initiatives? Do you have something in mind in order to keep on building a strong community behind the product?
Yeah. So we launched very few weeks ago, so we're still very young, but we are thinking ahead. And one aspect of Vesu, for instance, as I said before, is everyone can come and create new markets. We have a concept that's called landing hooks. So everyone can also create new types of markets with their own behavior. And maybe very similar to kind of Uniswap V4 and their hook system and hooks initiatives. One thing that we have in mind is to create different initiatives around other developers, the community building and contributing new hooks. And we'll see how exactly.
Cool. To increase the composability of all that.
And involve the broader community.
Very cool. Sounds very promising. I think that's all for this clip. Nils, thanks a lot for bearing me. And see you in Bangkok, I guess, right?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay, very cool. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. See you on the next clip.